Welcome to the greatest episode of the series, in my opinion. Part 17 of the Rome Remastered roleplay campaign, and we are indeed in a civil war. Galerius Brutus of Brutii has called out our faction leader, Cornelius Scipio, for his corruption. He has led a revolt and captured the capital Retium. We are officially in a state of civil war right now. I'll show the map here so you can see who's on whose side. A lot of politics happened in the Discord, a lot of negotiations and a lot of other stuff. So we got quite a lot to get through. First of all, the Ligurians have been bought. The tribe up here of Ligurians, they now have 3 generals that are now on our side. It was the Brutii who bought them, and basically they offered to just make them citizens. So there was a full stack of peasants in here. That army of peasants is now just citizens of Rome. They've let barbarians into Rome and treat them as if they are just normal Romans. Blah. Not a fan personally, but here we are. And yeah, the goal of them is to just join our side. So we've got a couple of extra barbarian generals now, and they are going to kill Flavius Scipio and Numerius of the Scipii. So this is now done a before on the battle map here. We've got the Brutii barbarians here, the Ligurians that have changed sides, versus the Scipii over here. So we're going to charge in and fight this battle, because you never know, the Scipii might actually break free from this. They might be able to rout. We will decide this the proper way, by a battle, and the other battles in this civil war are going to be decided by multiplayer. This is just a little one, so I thought, you know what, I can do this one, it's fine. The barbarians use their numbers, they break off into 2 different groups, and they push here onto Numerius. At the back, we have the Scipio guy. Who is it? Is it Asinius Scipio? It's one of the Scipios. The barbarians charge on in. Here we go. We've got reinforcements coming here too, but we've got to be careful of their reinforcements. Boom, we got a good charge. Right, we broke Numerius. Can we actually kill him? Pull out the light cav. All of the generals go onto the other Scipio. It looks like he might be able to flee from this battle. Okay, get the light cav going after him then. Looks like Numerius might make it out of here alive somehow. I don't know how he did it. Just sneaking through that. Alright, we killed the main Scipio guy though. Right, continue the battle. Can we run down Numerius and get both of the Scipii generals gone? And no. Okay, never mind then. Numerius got away, but Flavius unfortunately perished a heroic death. Rest in peace, Flavius Scipio. And yes, the Ligurians can now settle in Roman territory. What a tragedy, in my opinion, but oh well, that's what the Brutii wanted. Commanding Galerius's 2nd Legion is Appius Pulcher. A bit of background about Appius Pulcher. Basically, during Gaius Julius's civil war, he was the governor of Retium, and he's the guy that stole the treasury and gave it to Gaius Julius. He was a Julii. He was just following orders from his commanding officer, in his opinion. Gaius Julius failed in his rebellion and Appius Pulcher surrendered. But in return, he was forbidden from leading armies, running in elections, and being in Retium. He was exiled from the capital, living a life of shame and misery. Now, at 41 years old, he joined the revolution of Galerius Brutus, because Galerius Brutus is giving him another chance and promises to basically clear his name so that he can once again be a free man. But his son over here, where is he? Gaius Pulcher, is with Tiberius Julius, and the Julii, for some reason, have sided with the Scipii in this civil war. So it's Scipii and Julii versus the Brutii. So he sided with the Scipii, and after hearing of Appius Pulcher's betrayal, in his opinion, towards the Julii by siding with the Brutii, he has imprisoned his son, Gaius Pulcher, So the revolution's second in command, Appius Pulcher, has his son in jail, and here is the message from the Julii. Appius, your betrayal cuts deep, but I offer one chance to redeem yourself. Your son, Gaius, now sits in chains within my camp. Return to my side, and he lives. When we march against the Brutii, strike them from the rear, and your family's honour will be restored. Refuse, and the next message you receive will bear your son's head. Choose wisely, old friend. Your legacy hangs in the balance. The gods are watching. So, the Brutii don't know anything about this. The question now is, does their second command, once he gets his legion, does he betray the Brutii to save his son and even himself? Or does he fight this? But if he fights this, his son dies. He has a very big decision to make, and we're not going to decide it now. That will be decided later in the episode. Will he betray the Brutii to save himself and his son, or will he fight this to the death, but risk losing his son in the process? Actually, it will be guaranteed he will lose his son in the process. Aemius Valerius has been called back. He'll try and get back. It looks like we might be able to do that, if that Macedonian fleet is not going to bother us, that is. Cornelius Scipio, he grabs his legion, and yeah, he has to start heading north. It's his orders to go north. We'll put the garrison here in Larissa. Is the settlement happy? Yes, good. And he's going to join up with Sextus Scipio, who I believe is his son. Yes, his second son. Julianus Scipio is currently in Emporium, building a boat and hoping to make it round at some point. Sextus Scipio, however, is under siege here. They're building 5 rams. Do we just fight it at this point? Oh, actually we starve out next turn, so yeah, we're just going to have to fight it. I wish they would fight it as a siege, but no, sadly not. We've got a battle here versus the RDI. Let's go for it. Interesting, I don't think I've ever had a sally out battle from a fort before. I don't remember my last one anyway. We've got our catapults here. Can our archers fire over? Nah, but our catapults can, so get them shooting, and hopefully we'll get a few lucky shots here. Okay, then that's perfect. Looks like we got about 12% of them once they finish. Okay, in that case then, Astarte, march out of the settlement. And it also looks like we're going to have the better terrain in this battle as well, which again is just perfect for us. So let's get everybody out here, archers included. Let's get the cavalry out here as well. The onagers have stopped firing, perfect timing. And yes, so we're going to have a massive high ground advantage. Can the archers reach from there? Nah, but we just have to move them, I think, a little further forwards. Can the archers fire? Not yet, okay. We'll move forwards just a bit more. I think that should be perfect, more than enough. Okay, yes, the archers are now firing, good. They're charging me over here with the Illyrians, missile units, okay. We'll charge them with our cavalry then. Careful, Astarte. Yeah, we should be alright. Boom, charge straight through those, and that should be an easy route. Well done, Sextus Scipio. They're bringing their peasants forwards now. That's fine. I want the Triarii unit over here quick. Of course, because if they charge their cavalry, we could be in a sticky situation. And why are you guys using flaming shot? No. Okay, good. They're pulling back a bit more. Let's just charge forwards now. I think they're actually fully routing. Yeah, so just run them all down at this point. General, you go for them. Okay, what else can we charge at if they're just going to be retreating then? Get round here with that light cav. I don't know, I'm concerned that the archers are actually going to start killing my own men. So get off fire at will. General, you get down here. Okay, light cavalry, what can you actually go for? Is it all Thracians? Yeah, these can actually have good morale sometimes. Maybe we'll let them go. Yeah, we can let those final Thracians go, that's fine. Well done, soldiers, well done. And let's leave this fort and quickly start marching to Italy. Perfect, we got a win. Now let's get out of here. Let's leave this fort. Would we actually move faster if we got rid of the onagers? I might take a look at that next turn. Oh, he's confident commander now, good. Ooh, the Valerians are attacking Pella. Such a shame, because I wanted that city for myself. The Egyptians pushing them back. And Tireless wants an alliance, sure. We're in no position right now to have, like, loads of enemies dotted around us. Tiberius Julius getting himself married. He needs to produce a child very quickly, because if we just look at the family tree right now, I don't think he has any heirs. No, he doesn't have an heir. So if he dies, that's it. The Julii dynasty is dead. If he dies without a child. Then here's the Pulcher dynasty. You know, if Gaius does die, he's still got Augustus who can take over. So his dynasty is fine. Then with the Brutii, we don't have any Brutii, do we? Adopted. Heavius Valerius is adopted. That continues the House of Valerius. And then it's Galerius Brutus, who is also currently unmarried. The Scipii dynasty is fine. Okay, then Cornelius. I think he'll actually be... It might actually be faster if you went this way around instead. Yeah, otherwise you're just going to get stuck on Bilazara, aren't you? Then again, it says that's fine. You know what, go this way around. Sextus Scipio, meanwhile, can currently take advantage of these roads, so he can really fly up here to Italy. Galerius Brutus, he takes his legion, and yeah, he stands here for now. The barbarians, they can go in Bononia. Batavium's currently held by Valerius Catullus. Whose side is he on? Ah, he is the adopted son of the adopted Lucius Paterculus, who is technically on the Brutii side. Okay, so Batavium is a Brutii settlement currently. In that case, Nubarius, continue to flee. We've got another fleeing refugee up here, Asinius Scipio. He can join the Julii. The Julii have sided with the Brutii, so everything is fine there. And we do need some more units out here to act as garrison, ready for when Tiberius leaves. And then Appius Pulcher, he's getting his army ready as well. Let's just take the Hastati from here. Yeah, put them in Arretium for now. Appius Pulcher can enter Arretium. We've got some more units here. Plonk them in. Anything in Bononia? Nope, nothing in Segesta. We got a couple of Velites, but, you know, we're not going to win this civil war on Velites, I don't think. Harius of the Brutii, you go down south. Let's bring these two more archers up. His legion is starting to form. It's getting there. We need some better infantry there. Ooh, and we can also upgrade all of these guys, that's nice. Yeah, start getting some Principes out. Start getting some Triarii down here. Do we have enough archers? 3 archers, we're going to need another archer, yeah, get one out there. Right, we've got Aulus Scipio with his legion. Leave behind the light cav. Aulus... yes, he boards onto the ship. We've got Saguntum. Oh, Saguntum's unhappy. Okay, maybe not then, okay. General, step outside for now. And, okay, good, we can recruit a load of mercenaries, you know what, just splash and go for it. Put them all in the city, and the city's happy now, okay. Board onto the ship, Aulus, sail this way. It's quite a big fleet there. We can't just land outside of Arretium though, because the Brutii also have this fleet. So we're gonna have to probably dock here and travel by land. And meanwhile, Julianus Scipio is also trying to build up some forces as well. But it is all a very, very slow process. Ah yes, Harius Valerius, so he wanted to go for Egypt. He's now been called to sail east, back to Italy, for the civil war. But it's just a mercenary army, so I don't know what he can really do. Gnaeus Turbo. No, we don't need him. 000, we really don't need that right now. Oh, we've got a new Scipii, Appius Scipio. Named after Appius Pulcher by any chance. Let's take a look. Appius Scipio, the son of Asinius Scipio. Ooh. Ah yes, that's this guy here who has joined the Julii. Well, not joined the Julii, but joined up with the Julii forces, because he couldn't retreat anywhere else. So he's naming his son Appius, ready for the redemption arc of Appius Pulcher. He's really trying to sway him there. by naming his son after him. Ooh, what a dirty move in my opinion. Galerius Brutus seizes Mediolanum here with his legion. It's a full legion as well, undamaged, but only 1 triarii and 3 catapults, which you really don't need in a defensive siege. Appius keeps calling the troops over to him. He's got another triarii out now. What does this army need? It's not the archers, it's not the catapults, it's not the triarii, it's just principes. Principes and cavalry. So get a couple of principes out here, and we can get some light cavalry out here. And some light cav out here as well. Okay, yes, so this army should be ready in like 2 turns to set out. All the Scipio pulls up to Emporium, docks off his troops. This legion is going to get 2 Hastati, and we're going to leave behind the hoplites, because we want this army as Roman as possible. Let's give them another unit of archers. Now, who is going to command this legion here? Who has the authority? So Julianus Scipio, governor of Emporium, is faction heir, the heir to Cornelius. But Aulus Scipio, the other general, he's like the son of Publius the Great. Who holds the authority here? I think we got to give it to the faction heir then. Julianus Scipio joins the legion and kicks out Aulus, using his slight hierarchical authority to outmaneuver him. He also demands, so that he does not get shown up, that Aulus has to remain here as governor of Emporium. He boards the fleet and prepares to set off towards Massilia. Aulus Scipio is ordered to stay behind. The reason being, we're about to start, well, we have started converting Emporium over to Roman. And if we lose both Roman generals here, it might go back to Greek. So that's what he's concerned about. And Numerius of the Scipii joins the city of Iada here. Yeah, there's nowhere else to retreat to. The Scipii forces are on their way. Let's recruit a boat here in Scodra. Cornelius, head to the port. Harius Valerius, here you are. Ooh, are you gonna make it in time? I hope so. Right, keep sailing round this way. Hopefully he can make it. Alright, it's not looking likely though. He might not make it through the civil war in time. Tiberius Julius steps outside of the city, preparing for the Scipii's arrival so they can do a joint invasion. This is just a group of peasants, ignore those. That's the garrison of Mediolanum. And Asinius Scipio governs the Helvetii city and makes sure that Gaius Pulcher remains under arrest. The Edui wants me to attack the Marcomanni. No, I'm in a civil war, go away. No, Saguntum's unhappy as well, why? Oh, okay, they've recovered a bit. Get a couple more peasants out and they should be fine. The Legion of Appius Pulcher is now also ready. Quite a big Hastati army, and their orders are to stand on the bridge. So they plan to hold Mediolanum and the bridge here. Cornelius boards onto this ship and starts sailing north. He should make it in time. And Sextus Scipio, keep going, keep on marching towards Italy. Get to Batavium here. And meanwhile, Julianus, he goes here. The Brutii fleet is just out of range, so he is going to survive with his legion. Harius Valerius, oh, I don't think he's gonna make it. Come on, Harius. Come on, you've got this. Only a few turns away. Ooh, and Cornelius here is safe from this fleet as well, again, only by 1 movement point. Paeonia wants to become a protectorate if I attack Macedon. Sure, I don't see Macedon as a threat at this point, so I'll just take the free vassal. And that crashes the game. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Okay, good. Whew. We've got a vassal. Oh, Dardania's dead. Okay, Appius, get on that bridge. I don't think we've got time to recruit any more troops for the Brutii. Let's drop off Julianus. And there we go, that's as far as we could get him. Bring back the fleet now. And yeah, Julianus should make it into Italy in a couple of turns. Sextus comes round this way, and this fleet drops off Cornelius in the port here. And then he's also like 2 turns away. We're 2 turns away from a civil war. Maybe 3 turns. We can possibly give them 3 turns. Harius Valerius, where are you? Probably too far away. Right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. This is 1, 2, 3, about 4 turns. Ooh, someone wants to marry Pulcheria. Marcus Silius. He's a good commander. Been in the wars. Ooh, you know what? But what side is he on? He's 40 years old. And he wants to marry Pulcheria. Whose side is Pulcheria on? Yes, so Pulcheria is a Scipii. The problem is, if he marries Pulcheria, he instantly spawns in Arretium. This is a Brutii city, meaning he will instantly be killed, pretty much. Ooh, we've got another Principes, good. Right, we can pull out a Hastati then, and we can put another Principes in this army. Yes, so we can't really accept this because he would die instantly due to the civil war. So we must unfortunately turn him down for now. Julianus, you get up here. We've got Tiberius Julius in range. Sextus Scipio. He doesn't want to go too close because he doesn't want the Brutii to strike at him. So he's going to stand here for now. And we can quickly hop Cornelius across here as well. Oof, and here we are. They're both here. So we got 2 Brutii armies, one in Mediolanum, one on the bridge. But this is Appius Pulcher. Is he going to betray the Brutii? The Scipii arriving, but remember, this army's a bit battered. So they are going to be arriving weaker. Same even to some extent with Tiberius Julius's army. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably merge them and then we'll create the actual army. You know what, let's actually do that now. Auto merge. So yeah, they'll lose a couple of units there. So there we go, they've been successfully merged, and I did that because when the multiplayer battles start, we can't have like half a unit in the army. So this just makes it a bit more accurate when we start the multiplayer battle. So I would say everyone's pretty much in place near enough. Julianus Scipio, I'd say about 2 turns away. And down here, Harius Valerius, ooh. Come on, Harius, you've got this. You've got to get up here now. You've made it this far. You got to go all the way. What do the Barcids want? A ceasefire. 12,000. That's demanding. 7,000 gold. You know what? Sure. But Julii. Who are these guys? I don't know, but you know what? We're desperate. We don't want an enemy, so sure, we'll have to accept. Another decent offer for Pulcheria, but again, we've got to turn him down. Oh, Gaius Seppius died, which means the Samnite dynasty's dead. And we've got the Parthians settling as well, in Mesopotamia. Oh, and the Massilians went to war with me. Does that actually mean anything? Nah, I think we should be fine. Oh, come on, you don't want to arrive now, surely, Namnetes? Surely not now. We're in a civil war, please leave me alone. Right then, Harius Valerius. He makes it up here. But he's gonna be a little bit late. Oh, poor Harius, okay. Well, Julianus Scipio's gonna be late as well. He needs one more turn, so in reality, we might actually be okay. They're told not to attack until all forces are here. What they're gonna do is Tiberius Julius and Julianus Scipio are going to join each other and push for Mediolanum. Cornelius Scipio and Sextus Scipio are going to join together and push onto Appius Pulcher on the bridge. Harius Valerius, he's going to try and get to the bridge. Ooh, the Valerians took Pella and they're now pushing onto Thessaloniki. Byzantium is dead. And what's this stupid horde faction in my land? Okay, the Brutii. They're my ally though, so I should be okay. Harius Valerius, it is time for you to dock at the port. And he can make it over to the bridge. Julianus Scipio puts Mediolanum under siege. Tiberius Julius joins to help him out. And then Cornelius Scipio pushes to the bridge. And Sextus Scipio also pushes to the bridge, and they all fight each other. 2 versus 1 here. A 2 versus 2 here, but Appius Pulcher, we still do not know where his loyalties lie. Oh, the Treverii and the Nervii have gone to war with me. Ah, so many stupid little wars. And another husband for Pulcheria that we must ignore. Oh, our vassal, Paeonia, it's risen up. Oh, that's such a shame. They're still alive. We could push for this settlement, but we don't have any forces down here anymore, so actually, no, never mind, we can't. Right, before we start the Civil War battles, because that's what the rest of this episode is going to be, Civil War battles, I need to take a look at Appius Pulcher. Does he change sides for his son? So on the one hand, you know, he wants to live, and he wants his son to live as well. But on the other, can he really be a traitor to the Brutii? Right now, the legions are 4-3 in favour of the Scipii regime, but the Brutii hold the defence, so I would say it's actually fairly even right now. However, if he changes sides, that's going to mess everything up for the Brutii. This is such an important decision. Okay, so he follows Ceres. The way we've got to decide this, I think, is looking at his traits and deciding from there what is his personality. Ceres is the goddess of, just loading it up on my phone, agriculture, fertility, and motherly relationships. Okay, that doesn't really tell us much. Is his wife still alive, though? Yes, his wife is still alive. His wife will want him to betray the Brutii to save her own son, Gaius Pulcher. And as a worshipper of Ceres, he values that motherly aspect of his wife. But we need more to go off from that. He likes Greek plays translated into Latin. He's got a surgeon, a mathematician. These are more just his followers, though. A mastersmith, philosopher, quartermaster, silk merchant. He's a confident commander. He is a true Roman, but they all have that, so that doesn't matter. Prolific. That just means he produces a lot of offspring, though. Doesn't mean he actually values them that highly. Doesn't touch any alcohol, he's completely sober. Again, that doesn't mean really anything towards his son. He's good at debating. He's debating this within himself right now. He's a bad farmer. Then why does he also follow Ceres then? Philosophically inclined. Rational concerns, I can tell why. We can't get anything out of this. Even this doesn't really tell us anything at all. Appius Pulcher. What are you to do here? Well, let's just spectate the multiplayer battles and, you know, just see what happens. Welcome to the Battle of the River Rubicon. Harius Valerius, with his Greek mercenaries, his Cretan archers, his hoplites, and all of those, they're not holding the bridge. For some reason, Harius Valerius has chosen not to hold the defensive bridge point here. Oh dear, oh dear. Appius Pulcher had sent his troops back to the barracks temporarily, as he had to think of what to do, expecting Harius Valerius to be holding the bridge. Does he betray the Brutii? This is Harius Valerius' army here. This just angers him. The Scipii start crossing the river crossings, the bridge and the ford here. They've got their archers. I think this one here is Sextus Scipio. Oh no, that one is Sextus Scipio. This one is Cornelia Scipio. Playing as Cornelia Scipio, we have Eduardo Souza, the famous modder, behind Tales of Antiquity. Behind Sextus Scipio, we have Plebius, I believe he is called. Behind the Greek army of Harius Valerius, this is being played by Reek Torken. Did I pronounce that right? Yes. And over here we have the famous ML of the RP Discord playing as Appius Pulcher. And wow, the Scipii are actually making it across. They're just letting them cross the river here. The defensive formation is gone. It's all over. Look at these legions here walking through so safely. I did not expect this. I thought we'll have a load of men here defending the river. Some phalanxes here. Like, you've got phalanxes. These are the perfect units to use on a bridge. Oh no. The Scipii are done a form up. Harius Valerius is set up here on the high ground. Appius Pulcher is on his way to reinforce, or to betray them. What is his plan? They might actually get a few good shots in here onto the Scipii though, with their catapults. Yeah, whilst the Scipii are currently in a bit of a weird loose formation now, but I think the real advantage is gone. He's going for the forest play and the high ground, but it's not like a big high ground. Now, if you were up on that mountain, completely different story, then yeah, go for the high ground. But when it's just a minor slope like this, just don't bother. Appius Pulcher, what is your plan? Do you have any catapults? I don't think so. No. Okay. But you've got your archers though, you've got your legions. Here he is back here. Appius Pulcher of the Julii, technically, representing the Brutii in this civil war, but will he flip sides? He's watching the catapult shots. I wonder if that's going to sway his decision in any way at all. The Scipii have their archers formed up. I would actually put them in loose formation for the time being to avoid potential explosions like that. Yeah, so Sextus is set up first. Then we've got Cornelius back here as well. He's getting here slowly and steadily. The faction leader. If you're wondering why, by the way, we've switched from the remaster to the original, a lot of people prefer to run. Yes, we got some fried archers. The original when playing multiplayer for stability reasons. So it's sort of like when a film, what is it? What was it to say? Brings in what's it called? A stunt double. Yeah, OG Rome is the stunt double for Rome Remastered multiplayer battles. We have another battle after this, which is on the remaster though. Using Flaming Shot. Interesting choice, Harius Valerius. With your Cretan archers there, the catapult's getting a lot of kills. I wouldn't bother with Flaming Shot, personally. I wonder what Appius Pulcher's thinking, seeing all of this. Slowly marching his way towards the Greeks to reinforce or kill. That's going to be the big decision that tips this battle. Well, maybe we're not going to see him fire at the Greeks first. Maybe the question is, does he attack the Romans here? If I've got their Hastati nearby, they are prepared for Appius Pulcher to attack. Holding the high ground here. I thought these were all dead bodies for a second. But no, it's just camouflaged triarii. That looks really cool like that. Yeah, that looks really nice in the trees there. Big catapult shot coming through, hitting the cavalry. Luckily no general's been taken down yet, and yeah, if a general dies in a multiplayer battle, then he dies in the campaign as well. Can the Scipii actually see the Brutii here, or are they still camouflaged? They're marching forwards. They're in the perfect position to ambush the Scipii potentially. More catapult shots coming through. Is this Sextus Scipio? Yep, going on the far flank here, trying to surround them. What is Harius Valerius going to do? He's having to bring more hoplites round this way to help defend. He's got his slingers here as well. So many units on high ground. He's going to get a lot of kills. That's for certain. But why is he using Flaming Shot? I don't get it. And Appius Pulcher does not kill the archers of the Scipii. Maybe he's just trying to get onto the high ground. What's this? Harius Valerius. He's panicked. He's started to shoot at Appius Pulcher's men, frying a few Hastati. Principes, sorry. The Principes and Hastati charge forwards. Appius Pulcher has done it. Appius Pulcher betrayed the Brutii here. Oh, that is going to mess up Harius Valerius. Can Harius even get out of here safely? If he retreats now, he might. But I think Harius, he sees the writing on the wall. He's going to fight to the death, holding this position to the very end. Appius Pulcher returns fire. Those poor hoplites got stuck. Sextus Scipio's army is moving forwards this way. Cornelius's army is getting here. His archers are already here. Appius Pulcher charging in his cavalry, taking out the Rhodian slingers. He betrayed the revolution. Did not see that coming. His units are moving forward, say. By the way, don't blame ML for this. ML's just following orders. Boom! And then the Greek cavalry charge in here. Harius Valerius risking his own life, trying to take out Appius's light cavalry, but the Romans have broken through. They're getting to the onagers, they're getting to the Cretans. Are we about to see a dead general? some nice catapult shots there, but then loose formation, so it only got like 2 kills. That's the advantage of loose formation, I guess. The Scipii cavalry of Sextus coming out of nowhere, charging the hoplites as well. Gotta be careful there. Yeah, like that's Cornelius Scipio. Don't kill off my campaign's faction leader in this battle, please. Appius Pulcher's cavalry's breaking. Harius Valerius down to the final 20 bodyguards. The Romans are just over running through the centre though. Harius does not have the numbers, and Harius Valerius is dead. Cut down by the Principes of Appius Pulcher, I believe. Yeah, this hoplite unit's trying to flee, this unit's trying to flee. They're trying to get out of the battlefield. The Cretans are still firing, but it's only a matter of time until these hoplites break. They're holding back the Hastati for now, but they're about to get flanked. They just don't have the numbers, and with the dead general, it's gonna all fall apart. Appius Pulcher got taken down by the hoplites. No! Appius Pulcher, he betrayed the revolution to save his son's life, but it came at the loss of his own life. Harius Valerius' army just completely routs now. They're gonna run them down, run them off the field. Sextus Scipio and Cornelius Scipio survived, but Harius Valerius and Appius Pulcher gone forever from the storyline. But at least Gaius Pulcher now lives. He will not get executed. Wow, what a turn of events. Oof, and there are the kills. Yep, 1,377 dead from Appius Pulcher's betrayal. Looking at the numbers here, if Appius Pulcher sided with the Brutii, I think they would have won this battle. I think they would have won it. Either way, thank you to these 4 players here for taking part in this multiplayer battle. The Battle of the River Rubicon. And yeah, Cornelius Scipio officially and literally crossed the Rubicon with his army to do that battle there. What is this here? It looks like units have been running here, but the water animation has glitched. So the units have left, but it's still showing the footprints in the water. I think that's what's happened here. Ah, cool, never seen that glitch before. Anyway, on to the next battle. Welcome to the Siege of Mediolanum. We have Tiberius Julius here with, Julianus Scipio versus Galerius Brutus. If Galerius Brutus now loses this battle, his revolution is over. Here he is here, and he is the last of the Brutii as well, remember, after the tragic loss of Numerius Brutus. So if Galerius Brutus dies here, that's it, he's gone the catapults trying to fire. Again, as I said, catapults in the city, not a good thing, they're trying to shoot. Where is Tiberius Julius? Here he is. He's the last of Julii as well, so please be careful with my generals in this battle, or it will really mess up the RP. And then over here, as the head of the Scipii, we have the factionaire of the faction, Julianus Scipio, leading the Scipii. The catapults are firing, where are they shooting? What are they aiming for? Is it the towers or the wall? Boom, 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 it's going in slow motion. Oh. Yeah, the towers. Right, they're going to destroy that tower fairly easily then. It seems the Brutii are trying a little sally out here with their cavalry. I'm assuming to take out the onagers. Yes, are they doing the same over here? No, not yet. Of course, they've got a load of ladders as well. They've got all their archers. It seems the Scipii brought one of their catapults over this way, because the Julii don't have any catapults. And you don't really want to be running at these walls with just a load of ladders, otherwise you will get butchered by the archers. Yes, it's always good to make a breach. The Brutii cavalry charging forwards, what are they going to be able to achieve? If they can take out the catapults, that would be a really big win for them. I'll just quickly go over the names. So I believe Pom is playing as the Brutii. The Scipii are being played by Leonida, and the Julii are being played by Cataphractos. There we go, just had to check Discord on my phone there. Back to the battle. Yes, again, thank you to these 3 players for playing this battle. Cataphractos is the famous Discord RP member, leader of the Julii, as the faction head. Leonida here as the Scipii is also head of law in the RP series as well, maintaining Roman law. But of course in this battle here, they're not actually in the battle, we just needed some people to play the battles, so... Like in the last one when Appius Pulcher betrayed the Brutii, he was being commanded by ML. Don't hate on ML for that, ML was just following orders. That was always going to happen. Aemius Valerius was not meant to actually defend the high ground though, he was meant to hold the bridge, but you know, once I saw that I thought, let's just run with it. If you're wondering how we did it by the way, they actually recorded 2 battles. One where Appius Pulcher remains loyal, one battle where Appius Pulcher betrays them. Very interesting way to do it. So now, when the episode goes live, it's actually going to be a shock for the people who played it. So even they don't know who's actually won, even though they played the battles, because they don't know which one I'm going to pick. And it turns out that the one where they betrayed them just seemed like the better battle, so I went with that. They destroyed that tower there, that's big. They can now ward off these cavalry units here with their... is that the general? No, that's the light cav, that's the general, and we've got some Hastata here as well. Yeah, just ward them off, get them back into the city, and they can now push forwards with the ladders as well. Julii cavalry on the way to help out. I don't think that was really needed though, bringing the cavalry round all the way around this way. I think the Scipii could handle 2 light cav units, but oh well. And here we go, the arrow fire coming in. They're losing some principes. I don't like that you can't hover over the unit in the remaster. Yeah, like in the original you could hover over the unit in the replay, see if it's a principes Astarte, see if they're tired or not, but no, you can't do in this. They each get like chevrons as well that they can put on any unit they want. They've got a couple of chevrons on this one here, so if they really want this unit to be the elite one, that holds with their morale, pushes forwards and takes the gatehouse. Brutii are over here. They almost made a breach in the wall here. Looks like it's about 80% or something. The catapult is still firing. And meanwhile the Brutii cavalry coming round this way. Are they going to charge that catapult? Or are they going to go back into the city? I think at this point I might just give up and go into the city if I was them, but you never know what they plan to do. Okay, they've almost got the wall gone. One more hit away, you've got this catapults. Are they going to make a breach? The Brutii are charging in. Ooh. They're trying to get to the onagers, because that would really mess up the position for the attackers here. And I believe that's going to be a breach. Oh, it just missed. It just missed. The Brutii can't really make a good charge yet. They've got to run out of ammunition eventually though. Here we go. Here comes the charge. Oh, I would actually charge that, I think. I might have just gone in there. It's only one light cav unit, you mess up the onager for a bit, but the arrows are shooting now. Alright, now it's too late, pull back into the city, or you're just going to start losing men. Yeah, these are very valuable losses here, which are completely unnecessary. The Scipii here have captured this tower, they made the breach, and they are currently fighting with their principes. The archers on the wall, they're going to cut down these guys, yeah, they're going to get butchered, those archers. Rest in peace. I like how principes look in this game, by the way, in the remaster. They do look really cool. I'm starting to get nostalgia now from the remaster. Is that weird to say? This was such an interesting point in my life, by the way. Wow. Like, you know how a game just takes you back to a certain point in your life? This is where my channel really started to, like, explode, I guess. Of course, it quickly died after that because the remaster did not live up to the expectations, let's say. Oh, the onagers from inside the city are shooting. But yeah, I hope you understand what I mean. It's like certain games create certain nostalgia. If they do hit that though, that's going to be a cool shot. But they are also shooting at their own tower and wall. It'd be funny if they made a breach here, accidentally. They're going to cut them down. These archers, they've broken but they're just holding out. I want to see other stuff in the battle, but I need to keep an eye on this. This is interesting. Right, let me just quickly pause it and have a look around. But yeah, I hope you know what I mean by that. The ram, I think, here is moving forward, so I think it's been used as a distraction. They've made the breach here, but they're not pushing for it yet. These catapults are still firing. I really want them to get a shot in. I think you should use flaming shot though, because it does more damage when it impacts a group of units. It actually has more of an explosion. And yeah, but I think the Scipii had done a breakthrough. Yeah, like you can't hover over them and see how many are left. And yeah, all catapult shots seem to have missed there, actually hitting their own tower. I didn't know that you had a few bricks fall out like that. I like that feature. But yeah, the Scipii are free now. They're going to run round, capture all the towers, capture the gatehouse, and the Scipii with that are officially in. They've got another ladder on the wall, their infantry's marching forwards, they've still got the catapult as well. Meanwhile, over here, the Julii just waiting for now, letting the Scipii get a foothold in the city, and then they're going to move. More catapult rocks coming in. Oh wow, is this battering ram really going to make it? I don't think it will. It's like 80% going to set on fire. I don't know the exact odds, but it's something like that. And if they do make it through, what do they have to fight against? Principes. Yeah, there we go. It is burnt down. But they didn't really lose any men of value. It's just archers here. It's like, it doesn't matter really. I've always wondered why. Why does the gatehouse have a gap like that just there? Is this a historical thing? Would a gatehouse always have that? If I'm building a gate here, I'd make it fill the entire thing. I don't know why, but it just looks better if it does when it's closed. Yeah, weird. The Scipii definitely have a good presence now on the walls here. And they're going to capture this gatehouse as well. Come around this way, capturing all the towers, because towers can be a nightmare to deal with sometimes. Slowly and steadily. Each of them waiting their turn. It's kind of adorable in a way. Another tower's gone. Good. But when do the Brutii push for this? And when they do they bring the ladders as well? I think you've got to. I think you need a full-on push. A full-on assault. Ladder here, ladder there, just to take out the archers. Then a big infantry push into the centre of the city. And what is this here? Oh, this is a nice building. Ah, it's a bathhouse water, isn't it? Yeah. Although you gotta be careful, it's like drones could quite easily just fly over and look into this. Like, the ancient Romans did not have drones in mind when they built their cities. So silly of them. So this Principes unit made it all the way around here. They're being chased away by the Brutii now, who have finally come onto the walls. Now that they know there's no real threat over here because the ram burnt down. So yeah, that unit can go this way. They've got to be careful with their cav. If they're going to run this way, they're just going to get shot at by these towers. I think that's a mistake there. What is going on here? They're climbing down the ladders now. I did hear something about the ladders being bugged. I think what happened is one of the catapults from inside the city hit the wall over here, and that slight damage to the wall with ladders already on it somehow bugged the ladders. Yeah, I did say, like, look at the ladders, they do get a bit bugged on one of the fronts. I'm assuming this is the front. Yeah, the units are climbing down now. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, you can see these archers are already going for the gatehouse. It must be these ladders then. Yeah, they bugged them. So if you're ever in a... Oh, what are they doing? Oh, these units actually really are stuck, aren't they? Like, if you're ever in a multiplayer battle then, bring a catapult inside your city, shoot at your own wall for a bit, and you'll bug out their ladders. The Julii pushing forwards now. They've got their archers over here shooting onto the walls. They've got the numbers, but they don't have the high ground. Is it going to work for them? It's somewhat working. They're losing a lot of men though, but it is somewhat working. Big charge in here. Loads of infantry pushing through. Yeah, the Julii are in. There's nothing the Brutii can do about this. They don't have the numbers. Remember, they are outnumbered 2 versus 1 here, but they do hold the defensive formation and the plaza. So although they don't have the numbers, they do have the better positioning. They've got their archers round here now shooting at this Principes unit. You gotta be careful though, you might get some friendly fire. They've got their cav nearby to defend them. I think they're still on this gatehouse, so they can run through that if they need to. Meanwhile, oh yeah, you can see the damage now. Are they still firing? No, I don't think they are. The wall is looking like it's taking damage, which is so weird. Oh, look at that! The ladder fell. Maybe they've got some ammo left over here. Maybe they're trying to shoot at this. Oh yeah, they're having to shoot at their own wall right now. Just to try and free the units, but that's going to kill so many of their own men. Are they trying to just destroy the ladders? Reminds me of the Siege of Helm's Deep when the ladder falls. Oh, these poor guys. I knew it was bugged. I didn't know it was this bad. I thought it was like one ladder and one unit got stuck somewhere. No, this is basically like a quarter of their army. Oh, this is horrible. At least it makes the battle a bit more balanced. This is gonna kill everybody. But there's still a ladder up, so what have it? Oh no. Okay, their units are free though now. It looks like their units can move. But at what cost? So now they're going to make a breach, and I think they're just going to walk in the city instead. Oh, this is so stupid. Boom, there we go. The wall's officially starting to crumble now. That must be 100 men there dead for just this stupid bug. And it's the delay that it causes as well. Luckily they do have the massive advantage here of numbers, otherwise this battle would be over from that bug alone. The Julii now have a good foothold in the city. Luckily no bugs for them though. And are they going to push for the walls here, or are they just going to go straight for the plaza? Oh, but now all of these guys here, all of them have to get down one ladder. It's so dumb. They're running this way now. Why is that? They're getting shot at by the towers. I think this is a waste of troops, if I'm being honest. That is a waste. The Julii might come round and capture this gatehouse, but still, you could wait a bit before going that way. I'm trying to take this tower now. They should easily do that, yeah. Principes versus archers. We've seen this before. They're done to absolutely butcher them. Actually, this is Triarii versus archers, but still, it's going to be a similar result. The Brutii charging out with a unit here, but these towers have been captured by the Scipii, so they're going to lose a lot of men to this. What are they doing? Why are you doing this? Charging out with your Principes, yeah, go back inside, it's not going to work. These towers are going to tear you to shreds. Or at least, yeah, go this way around, because you're losing so many men. Oh, look at this. They've lost so many units to these towers here. Galerius Brutus, what are you doing with your troops? That must be about 20 men lost there. And they're trying to kill them with their own catapults as well. Right, so all the troops are cleared this way. They're going round this way now. They're not being shot at by that gatehouse. They're just out of range. The Julii are coming round, but they're losing so many more men due to that tower there. They've still got troops up here, slowly trying to climb down. They'll make it eventually. Are they going to go for the onager? At this point, what's the point though? It's like, the onager, it's worthless pretty much. Because I think it's out of ammunition. Ooh, good placement of archers here. With the Hastati. Getting some shots in onto them, and the Julii are trying to return fire, but they're going to take a lot more losses here, I think. I think what you need to do is get your archers more here to have a direct shot, or maybe you've got the numbers, just throw in a load of infantry into this. Infantry, cavalry, just throw a load of them in there, keep some Triarii on the flank to deal with their light cav, and yeah, you can easily cut them down. Where is this Julii unit? Ah, here we go. It's finally arrived at the gatehouse now, so the Scipii can come on in. Good. Meanwhile, the Brutii unit marching back now, gonna get shot at by the towers again. A complete waste of a unit there. And still, they're all stuck. They're getting there though. How many men are left up here? Just another 100 or so. The Julii are pushing with their infantry this way. The onagers, yeah, you gotta get them out of there. Get the catapults back to the plaza for some final big stand. The Scipii are now officially in the city, chasing down the streets here, pushing for the Brutii. The Brutii will get a good peel around in. Yeah, getting a lot of valuable hits here, but then they return fire. The Brutii should be in a better formation though, because they actually have their shields up. And look at that blood splatter, God. Another round of peeler, and then they charge in. Brave man charging forwards there. And then he walks the rest of it. Wow, epic. Go on. Oh, he got knocked out. Oh, the building's on fire somehow. Who did that? The cavalry are in here as well with the Scipii. I swear they started round here. They've run all the way around here, haven't they? Yeah. And now the Julii are really starting to push forwards. Yeah, they're pushing forwards this way. Oh yeah, and they're just going to run through this unit, aren't they? Yeah, throwing the cavalry in there. They just want to break through it fast. Get their troops over into the plaza. Meanwhile... they're almost there. The Scipii have broken through with their light cavalry. They're charging onto the Brutii cavalry. They're having to pull their general back. They don't want to lose Galerius Brutus yet. I think what they're trying to do though, yes, they're trying to get to their infantry to flank around the Brutii infantry. And then I think the plan was to have some hammer and anvil strategy here to try and break their morale, but they've broken in the process because they're just overextended by far too much. That was never gonna work. 3 dead horsemen here, but only 1 horse. I wonder how that happened. Oh, and the Brutii return this with a cavalry charge of their own onto the Julii. Is that broken Julii unit going to break this one? Their morale must be struggling at this point, but reinforcements do get here. Do they get here in time? Yeah, that reinforcing unit there is going to make a big difference at holding back the cavalry, but then the heavy cavalry comes in. Oh, but is that something you really want to risk? Do you want to risk Galerius Brutus here? Nah, pull him out. Yeah, pull him out. Catapult shots are coming through now. They've got their onagers ready, and they're going to fire into a big blob. I wouldn't do this personally right now if I was a Brutii, because you're more likely to hit your own men than the enemy. Like, look at that shot there. You're gonna just hit the Brutii. I wouldn't bother, but they've got their catapults ready. The Julii got 1 cav unit charging through. Maybe this revolt of Galerius's was a mistake. Maybe you should never have done it. The city is really starting to burn now. The fire is spreading in Mediolanum. Oh, catapult shots are coming through, hitting the building. They're gonna get their own men though. Okay, their own men are dying so quickly now that I think she just got to go for those shots. And now it comes down to just the plaza. Oh, even this building's on fire now. Everything's on fire, everything's falling apart. Is that gonna be... Ooh, I bet we're gonna get at least 1 epic catapult shot here, right near the end. Or maybe not. Yeah, if that's their current shots, then maybe not. Oh, nope, they're just destroying their own city. It's a scorched earth, yeah, scorched earth policy. Destroy the city so that the Julii and Scipii forces cannot use it. Have they got off the wall yet? No, but they're almost there, About 30 more seconds and they should be done. Actually, destroying the buildings might not be that bad. It gives you better shots to aim at. And the Julii breaking their Galerius charges in. Arrow fire coming in as well. What is it with these guys on flaming shot? I don't get it. I mean, it can hurt their morale, I guess. The catapults are shooting this way now, hitting their own arc there. And are they all off the... They're about to be all off the walls. There we go, the final guy climbing down on that final ladder. And then the final guy, we got to salute this moment. I know there's chaos happening over there, but we got to watch it. Yay! They are free. They are all officially free. There we go. Back to the battle. Ooh, who's this here? Tiberius Julius here, of the Julii. He's fighting the Brutii, but you've got to be careful with these generals though. Then we've got Julii and the Scipio here charging in as well. Oh, be careful with my generals, please. Then we've got Galerius Brutus here. Ooh, that was a good kill on that light cav. Oh, I don't want to see any generals die on the attacking side. Julii and the Scipio of the Scipii, the factionaire has broken. Can he get out safely? Where is he? He's somewhere in this mess. He's charging out. Can they kill him? Can they kill the factionaire? Julii and the Scipio. Oh, is he gonna make it out? Get a catapult shot in. Come on, someone get a catapult shot in here. There he is. He's gonna make it out, I think. Unless we can get a final catapult shot in here. Maybe a final arrow. Nah, I think he's safe. but at least they made it out alive to fight another day. Galerius Brutus here going in for another big heroic charge. He's really fighting to the death at this point. Where's Tiberius at? Whoa! Yes, that's the catapult shots we want to see. Tiberius is here. Tiberius Julius charging in. What's he gonna go for? He's gonna go for Galerius. Does he want to cut him down? Is that his plan? Galerius gets another charge in there. It looks like the attackers might have won this, but they've still got some troops left on the plaza here to clean out. That's a lot of Brutii, lots of different squads here. The Archer unit those, it's not going to do much. The Scipii have a big unit in here. Tiberius charges in, trying to save the day last minute. He's fighting the archers. Tiberius Julius. And then Galerius comes in, trying to kill the general of the Julii, and he cuts him down. Galerius Brutus has killed the last surviving member of the Julii family. Tiberius Julius, the Mad. Oh, that's a big deal. That is officially the end of the House of Julii. There is no male character left with the surname of Julii. That's it. The Scipii are really marching in here. They've got so many infantry. Is that the infantry from back here? Yeah, everyone's in the city now. Their general has fled. Julianus has completely gone at this point. But I don't think it matters. I think they're going to hold. By the way, well done to the Brutii, though. They put up a really good defence here. They actually pretty much defeated the Julii in this battle, but the Scipii just have the numbers at the end of the day. Where is it? Galerius Brutus here. They're trying to kill him with the arrows. He's covered in blood. He is the last surviving Brutii as well. The last Brutus. So if he dies, that's it. The Brutii have also officially gone. He's having to pull back. He knows the importance of this moment. The Brutii cannot stand up much longer. The final few Julii forces that they've got left are coming back to the field. The catapults, I think, are basically out. They've got this one unit left now. It might have one shot in maximum. Galerius, is he going to charge in? Nope, not yet. Just trying to spook them a little bit right now. Here he goes. The catapult's probably going to get him one final shot. Boom, boom, and it gets a good shot there. It could have been better. That's what you need right now. The Brutii need to win with some morale. The Scipii general has fled. A few good catapult shots in a row with a good flank from this cavalry might be able to trigger a mass rout here. And then the civil war is still on, but if they don't, then Galerius Brutus will get cut down here and the revolution will be over. Is he going to have one big final charge in? Yep, here he goes. His cavalry charges into the side here. This is it. This is his final charge, I think. I don't think he's going to get another chance here. And he's pulling out. Trying to charge this cavalry unit here, trying to get them away from the catapults. He's here. Oh no, he's about to get cut down. He's the final unit left of his bodyguard. And with that, he's dead. Galerius Brutus is dead. The House of Brutii is over, and with that, the battle ended. The Scipii and the Julii were victorious. Oh, it doesn't even show us the stats on the remaster. So annoying. Oh, I got an achievement though. Take it all. Play an attacker in a multiplayer match. I didn't, but I'll take the achievement. And there we go. The official results of the Civil War are in. Rest in peace, Appius Pulcher. You were the governor of Arretium. In the First Civil War you sided with Gaius Julius and seized the treasury. After the defeat of Gaius Julius, you surrendered to the Scipii. You were spared but banished from the capital and forbidden from commanding legions. You joined the revolt of Galerius Brutus to clear your name, but after hearing the threat posed on your son's life, Gaius Pulcher, you had to switch sides to save your son, eventually dying at the Battle of the River Rubicon, betraying the Brutii revolution and killing Harius Valerius. Rest in peace, Harius Valerius. You conquered Crete and Rhodes here. You did an excellent job. You were a Brutii through and through, and you sailed from Cyprus all the way up to North Italy in time to take part in the Civil War. A civil war that you might have won if you were not so brutally betrayed. Rest in peace, Galerius Brutus. You led the civil war against Scipii tyranny, but in the process you lost your life at the siege of Mediolanum. The Brutii dynasty, with you, is officially dead. Rest in peace, Tiberius Julius, joining in the civil war on the side of the Scipii, seeing Galerius Brutus as the usurper. But in your death at the siege of Mediolanum, the Julii dynasty is also dead. I'll have a quick look at the family tree here. Good, it did not crash. So yeah, we've got a load of Scipii left. Cornelius Scipio as faction leader. How old is he? Oh, I'll check that out soon. I see some greys coming through. And Julianus Scipio of Mediolanum is faction heir. Oh, it says under his name, he's 56. Which means he probably only has about 5 years left. Publius made it to 65. 65 there. The rest died in battle. Alright, maybe about 10 years left. And yeah, the Brutii here, they're done. We've got the House of Hortensius, the House of Catullus, and the House of Cassius. But no Brutii. Harius Valerius has a son, Numerius Valerius. But yeah, Marcus Brutus only had one son, Numerius. He didn't have a son. Galerius didn't have a son. And then this is all females or adopted on this side. Then over here we've got the House of Julii. Marcus Julius only had one son, who just didn't have time to have a child. Appius Pulcher, he has a son, Gaius Pulcher, who survives, and he's got Augustus Pulcher on the way. Either way, let's put this garrison force here in Mediolanum so that the barbarians don't take it. And the Scipii officially take control of all these remaining armies here. Cornelius Scipio, faction leader and winner of the Civil War, marches into the capital, Arretium, with his legion, and Cornelius the Great crowns himself as the first king of Fabian Rome. Now, remember, he's not the king of Rome, because Rome cannot have a king. Rome is still a republic, because Rome is 3 different families plus the SPQR. But he is king of all that is in red here, the Fabian Dynasty. And he names his son, Julianus Scipio, as prince to the Fabian Dynasty, the faction heir who will become king upon the death of Cornelius Scipio. Our Rome is now a monarchy.